Hi, my name is Zoltan, and I would like to answer a few questions brought up about Hungary's possible candidacy for the CMS Underwater Rugby European Championships. As some of you may know, there is only one rugby team in Hungary, as all the diving pools are at the National Swimming Complex in Budapest. But our team is almost 10 years old, and we have 4 years of experience in organizing tournaments. Also, we have experimented a lot with recording the sport. Behind this, there are a handful of passionate and dedicated rugby players, Tamás, Moby, Józsi, and me. Rugby is a grassroots sport, and that is definitely true in Hungary. We get no funding at all, and even though our federation is helpful, we were told that the only way to change this is to organize a larger event. I agree with Ernesto Altman that an easily accessible European Championships organized outside the common rugby countries would increase growth. Here, a few professional sports get most of the funding and the media attention. It means without a proper event to hold up, we are facing losing our pool time for the next 1.5 years. So we had a vote and came to a mutual decision that we want our sport to apply for organizing Rugby European Championships, and forwarded that decision to Adrian, our federation secretary. In 2017, Budapest hosts the FINA World Championships with a state funding of 200 billion euros. This generates a great value in media attention from which a rugby event could benefit too. Hungary is also hosting the Underwater Hockey European Championships, as the pool was granted for the event by the local government of Eger. 3 specific questions were brought up by Deborah, which I would like to answer. First, would there be a pool for the event? Formally, by the summer of 2017, we are supposed to have at least 3 diving pools in Budapest, so this should be solved. I should note though, that this year there won't be any Budapest Cup because the National Swimming Complex cancelled the reservation we made in December for a polo event. So yes, currently we have issues getting the same services from the sport complex as other sports get, but let's assume that European Championships would be a title not to disrespect, which means we would be allowed to rent these 3 state-owned pools, and maybe we would even be given state support. Also, we are looking for ways to fund the diving pool, but I'll draft that later on. Second, would there be a mandatory housing for the athletes? This is something which may have been a misunderstanding somewhere between Devrol, Adrian and us. We made a financial plan for the European Championships for the Diving Federation and considered the joint placement of the athletes for cost-cutting reasons. There's a large Boy Scouts camp in the residential area of Buda. Combined with a weekly pass of mass transit in the city, I've calculated that housing and transport would be available for every team for circa 100 euros per team per night. I believe that is cost efficient, and that is the reason why I wanted to include such an option. Third, how would it be broadcasted? That is a cornerstone of every underwater rugby event ever. I believe in the direction the Euroleague is heading, and hope we can hire the EUWRC channel to work with us, but we would like to place more sport cameras in the pool, as they are a cheap solution to make sure you cover the action from every proper angle, and we would like to put more focus on the edited outcome. Because if you're broadcasting live, it means that you are limited in the number of cameras because you have to switch between them live, and that requires man and experience. Getting the signal out of the pool is also costly because of the housing and the cables required, and you can't place these large cameras close to the game as they would be knocked over. Having time to edit and comment the videos would highly increase the broadcast's quality. Well, there's a lot to discuss in this topic, but this should be part of a separate post. So why support us? I believe all candidates would come up with a great plan how to organize a nice European Championships again. So why us? Well, because we want what you want, a cost-efficient, easily accessible, properly broadcasted, large tournament. which you can show to anyone, like, look, this is how great underwater rugby is. So how can you support us? The European Union offers programs for grassroots sports to aid volunteering in sport, social inclusion through sport, gender equality in sport, and health-enhancing physical activities as part of event or collaboration partnership funding. These can cover up to 80% of the costs of any program, and they can cover a wide range of possible costs, like such as networking or funding training camps or coaching or referee training programs, promotion of the sport, like research with it. There are barely any limitations on the participation. The partnership is applicable for all types of sport entities, such as teams, federations, or universities even. I've counted 32 countries which play underwater rugby and are enlisted as partnering countries for the Erasmus program, so this is a call to everyone who has an initiative that is worth aiding to contact us and see if we could implement it. Once again, it's a funding which focuses on mobility, good governance, and self-governance. One way we could improve is connecting the leagues within a ranking system developed and maintained by a European-level rugby association, which would be a democratic institution of underwater rugby. Interested? So contact us. One way you can help is spreading this message. Thank you.